Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to my channel, where I share tips and advice on parenting. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of my new videos. Today, I'm going to talk about parenting teenagers. If you have a teen in your house, you know how challenging it can be. They are going through so many changes, physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. They are trying to figure out who they are and where they belong. They are making more decisions for themselves, but they also need your guidance and support. So, how can you be a good parent for your teenager? How can you help them grow and thrive in this stage of life? Well, I have some tips for you, based on my own experience and research. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Give your teen some leeway. One of the most important things you can do as a parent is to let your teen have some independence and autonomy. This means allowing them to make some choices, explore their interests, and express their opinions. This will help them develop their identity, confidence, and skills. Of course, this doesn't mean you should let them do whatever they want. You still need to set some boundaries and expectations, and monitor their activities. But you also need to respect their individuality and privacy, and trust them to handle some things on their own. Tip number 2. Choose your battles wisely. As a parent, you may have a lot of things to nag or criticize your teen about. Maybe they have a messy room, or a weird hairstyle, or a bad attitude. But before you start an argument, ask yourself, is this really worth it? Is this something that matters in the long run? Or is it just a matter of preference or taste? Sometimes, it's better to let go of the small things and focus on the big things. The big things are the ones that affect your teen's health, safety, or future. For example, if your teen is doing something harmful, like using drugs, drinking alcohol, smoking, or having unsafe sex, that's a big thing. You need to intervene and address that. But if your teen is just wearing a different style of clothes, or listening to a different genre of music, or hanging out with a different group of friends, that's a small thing. You may not like it, but you can live with it. Try to accept your teen's choices, as long as they are not hurting themselves or others. Tip number 3. Invite their friends for dinner. One of the best ways to get to know your teen better is to get to know their friends. Their friends are a big part of their life, and they influence their behavior and values. So, why not invite them over for dinner, or a movie night, or a game night? This will give you a chance to see how your teen interacts with their peers, and what kind of people they are. You may be surprised by how much you like them, or how much you have in common with them. Or you may have some concerns about them, and you can talk to your teen about that later. Either way, you are showing your teen that you care about their social life, and that you are open to meeting new people. Tip number 4. Decide rules and discipline in advance. Another key to parenting teenagers is to have clear and consistent rules and consequences. Teens need to know what is expected of them, and what will happen if they break the rules. This will help them learn responsibility and accountability, and avoid confusion and conflict. But you can't just make up the rules and consequences on the spot. You need to discuss them with your teen beforehand and agree on them together. This way, your teen will feel more involved and respected, and more likely to follow the rules. You also need to stick to the rules and consequences, and not change them or make exceptions. If your teen knows that you are firm and fair, they will respect you more and trust you more. Tips number 5. Discuss checking in. One of the challenges of parenting teenagers is balancing their freedom and your supervision. You want to give them some space, but you also want to know where they are, who they are with, and what they are doing. This is not only for their safety, but also for your peace of mind. So, how can you do this without being too intrusive or controlling? Well, one way is to have a checking-in system. This means that your teen has to call or text you at certain times, or when they change their plans, or when they arrive or leave a place. This way, you can keep track of their whereabouts and also show them that you care about them. You can also use this as an opportunity to chat with them and ask them how they are doing or what they are enjoying. But you also need to respect their privacy and not ask too many questions or check on them too often. You need to find a balance that works for both of you. So, these are top 5 tips for parenting teenagers. I hope you found them helpful and that you will try them out. Remember, parenting teenagers is not easy, but it is rewarding. It is a time of change and challenge and growth. It is a time to let go and to hold on. It is a time to love and to be loved. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you have any questions or suggestions or stories,